Well, as you see, the Shark made his way to the ring, and now the Black Sheep makes his way to the ring as well, making his CWF debut in the main event of Conspiracy. Trying to capture some CWF gold against this man. Here at Conspiracy, the lights are on bright as the Vision walks into the ring. Will one of these two young competitors walk out with CWF gold? Or will they be blinded by the light? Well, the Vision telling Donnie exactly where he can go. You better take good care of that title. Don't put a scratch on it, Donnie. You heard what he said, Donnie. Don't ding up that title.
Trust me, I handle that title like it is my firstborn child, my only born child. That title is the pinnacle of everything that men aspire to when they step into the CWF.
Hold on, what's happening here?
Well, the Shark, Cruz Rivera, and Jay Villa might... Wait a minute. Orion putting his hand between them, saying like, The Shark, Cruz Rivera, debuted had his debut last month. He picked up a victory over Dirk Darkson.
Seems
Jay
both
Villa
of them want a piece of the dark sheet right now, though.
Jay Villa making his debut, and it looks like Orion is trying to encourage these two competitors. We're doing a three-way
test of strength.
A three-way test of strength. I've never seen this before. Wonder who's going to give first. Looks like it's the Vision Orion. Having a vision of pain here from these other two.
And he said, not so fast. That's the experience of the Vision.
The Vision trying to concentrate on Cruz Rivera, but Cruz Rivera now concentrating on Jay Villa. Jay Villa's got, who's got who here? Looks like Jay Villa jumping up and over into a headlock. The Vision did up and over, leapfrog now. A shoulder tackle from Jay Villa.
Arm drag.
Up and over, the Vision goes. And now Vision up and outside the ring. Trying to get back in.
Well, I think we found out who had who.
Getting a double drop kick there. And now Cruz Rivera and Jay Villa can just concentrate on each other. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one fall to a finish. You don't have to pin the champion to win the title. You just got to pin someone.
And I think they should do it very quickly before Orion gets back to his feet.
Cruz Rivera, 2.5 years in the business, picked up his first win last month, and now has a chance to win CWF Gold here in the main event. Schoolboy there, but not quite. Jay Villa making his debut for us here and getting a title shot. Both these men also
Jay Villa,
students of the Dark Arts Gym.
It's a very interesting name. I kind of like it.
Of course it would appeal to you. I'm growing somewhat partial to the Shark Cruz Rivera.
Of course, you're a very biased competitor. Commentator. That's why.
Jay Villa now going to the outside. Vision now back in. Bouncing off the ropes.
Crossbody
onto Cruz Rivera. Jay Villa trying to get back in. Oh, and the face of the Vision Orion.
Straight to the edge of the ring. Hardest part, some might say.
Up and over, Jay Villa goes into a pin attempt. No.
Nope.
Tilt-a-whirl into a tilt-a-whirl of sorts. Jay Villa now the outside. Cruz Rivera bouncing off the ropes.
Flying shark.
And flying shark indeed. Right into the Vision Orion.
What the shark jumping bull.
Trip the shark now. Orion back in the ring. Colliding into Cruz Rivera. Picking up speed from the second rope. And his feet colliding into Jay Villa. Now both men on the outside.
More specifically, his face as his back collides with the edge of the ring.
That's a great way to neutralize a threat. And now it's a one-on-one matchup. Cruz Rivera getting the forearms from the Vision Orion. Throwing him into the ropes.
A rapid onslaught followed by a spinning wheel kick.
Cruz able to kick out.
To no avail.
Cruz trying to, in his very second match here in the CWF, win gold. The Vision Orion giving a great opportunity to both these young competitors. Both men, students in the Dark Arts Gym. Both men have been trained by Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, and how proud those two would be if either of these men were able to win the championship.
One of them is a champion herself.
Able to kick out at 2 there. The Vision Orion trying to end it. Orion taking a moment. Going to work on the leg now of Cruz Rivera. On that left ankle. Trying to twist it till it points magnetic north.
What is a shark that can't swim?
Well, it's very smart. Not only is he twisting that left leg of Cruz Rivera, but he has all his weight planted down on the other foot, so Cruz can't go anywhere. Well, going anywhere right now.
2 for 1, working on both ankles. But
about knocking the
with a shot to the face.
About knocked him out. Not taste of his mouth, knocked him out of the ring. Jay Villa now back in there. Scooping him up, slamming him down. Jay Villa off the ropes. Leg drop onto the defending champion. Could have a new champion right here. No!
A big boy dropping his leg straight on Orion's chest, but not good enough to keep him down.
Orion getting thrown into the ropes. Don't know what Jay Villa had planned there, but it didn't work.
Looking for a spine buster, but to no avail. And springboard drop kick.
A beautiful springboard drop kick, and it about knocked the head off of Jay Villa. Cruz now on the outside. His opportunity to become a new champion slipping away.
He's got to get back in the ring. He can't win the title out there.
Jay Villa laid out in the middle of the ring.
But at the same time, it could be a smart strategy. Wait for the right moment to strike.
From
As
the
we
second
see
row,
right here.
catching Cruz Rivera, who catches him into a
Backslide.
backslide. No, only a 2 count.
Very nice. Looking for a spinning DDT, but could
Was
not.
going for the Sharknado, but wasn't able to quite get it. Getting caught now.
I don't
Good
know what
night,
that
that's
was,
all
but
she
it
wrote.
was nasty.
The Vision Orion able to come up with new moves right on the spot. Never seen that myself, but it did the damage to the back of the head of Cruz Rivera.
Back of his head coming straight down to the tip of Orion's knee. That will knock you loopy when you get smacked in the back of your head like that, especially on a hard part of the body like the knee.
Cruz Rivera getting hit so hard, I think his favorite color is 7 now. Orion showing no respect to these fans. I already caught his bad moon. I don't even know what I did wrong.
You know what you did wrong. Keeping a hold of the wrist, you can deliver a lot of damage doing that.
Not if you let go, which is what Orion did. Jay Villa still not in this. From the second rope, Jay Villa stopping him. Jay Villa back in this. Going to work now on Orion, not once, but twice. Almost hitting the referee. Now connecting. Beautiful maneuver onto the Orion, but no. Orion able to kick out at the last second.
Now coming in with the energy, but I don't know if I agree with this. I think I would wait for him to deliver that kill shot, toss him out the ring, and just pick up the scraps.
Well, I think Jay Villa was on the outside. He was catching his breath. He was picking his moment, and his moment is now. In his debut match, he could possibly win the CWF
The strength
Championship.
of Jay Villa,
The
but the quickness and experience of Orion.
and the precision of Orion. Enziguri onto the champion, who's
We
down
gotta
on a
talk
one
about
knee.
the quickness of Shark.
Shark obliviated. That could be all she wrote. Yes, no. Shark got hit with a maneuver, but Jay Villa was able to break up the pin. Orion now.
Another thing about the triple threat, you deliver one kill shot, you got to make sure the other one isn't there to break it up.
Orion perhaps now going to follow that strategy. Now that Rivera is needing those ropes to get back up to his feet.
Like, I, for one, know how challenging triple threat matches are. I've won championships in the past in the triple threat, and I have lost them without being part of the decision.
Both men now concentrating on a common enemy, only for a second.
That's another danger of it.
It missed Jay Villa, but it connected on Orion.
You find yourself on 2-on-1 situations,
Jay Villa
but they never last long,
going
and neither
for it.
will this match. It looks like
Wasn't able to get it in. Tilting him around, slamming him into the knee.
but Orion's get
Orion with a boot to the head. Catching it from the Shark, Cruz Rivera.
looks like the
But
Shark
both
is a rough rider.
But all 3 men are spent in the middle of the ring.
Someone's
Neither
got to
man can
roll over and find the
capitalize.
cover.
This crowd chanting, clapping their hands. Cruz Rivera seems to be showing signs of life, as is Orion.
Jay
Villa
Villa's
as
starting
well.
to work up to his feet as well.
Orion has Rivera by the hair. Orion from the second row. Connecting right into Jay Villa. Jay
Right
Villa
with
saw
a
his
thunderous
opportunity.
forearm to the face, and
Cruz Rivera,
He better
he
turn
has
around.
a chance if Jay Villa turns around.
nice athletic move.
Swinging neck breaker on a Jay Villa, but Jay Villa going to the outside too.
Smart rolling to the outside. Can't get pinned out there,
And to the outside.
but that could happen.
All 3 men crashing down onto the outside. Rivera now throwing Orion back in. Rivera now going up to the high-ranked district. And Orion said, not on my watch.
Showing right there, sharks do not fly.
But they do hang there like dirty laundry on the line.
But what is with you in dirty laundry? You have problems.
Orion now concentrating on Rivera.
Jay Villa back in the game.
Up and over Orion goes. From the second row. Connected.
Counter to a spine buster.
He connected, and it's no. It's
Barely.
not over.
Barely got his shoulder up. I think all three of these men are spent. Jay Villa wondering what he needs to do.
Jay Villa, he has an opportunity. He has a moment. Rivera is trying to catch his breath, but now he's trying to climb back up to the top rope. And Jay Villa is saying none of that. Rivera barely hanging on. Still trying to get perched up high.
Do you know how much I disagree with this strategy going to the top rope? In this ring, gravity is nobody's friend.
Gravity is nobody's friend indeed, but it looks like Jay Villa is going to try to work it, or one of these men is going to try to work it to their benefit. And that man is Orion, a German suplex right off the top. Delivered beautifully by our defending champion.
And looking to drop. Oh! Face planted.
Face planted, it could be
It's
over.
a fight.
Rivera crashing on top of Jay Villa.
Does that
Was
make it
trying to get hold of Orion. Orion trying to hit it, but instead hitting on top of Jay Villa. Almost got the pin. Rivera stopping it.
So would have that been a shark splash?
I don't even know at this point. But what I do know is Rivera. It could be his opportunity. Going for the Sharknado, but didn't quite get it. Into the ropes. German suplex from Orion.
Use the momentum to pop right back. Sharknado!
Sharknado under the champion. But a clothesline from Jay Villa. Jay Villa going for the pin. No.
Shut down the Sharknado like Jay Villa's name was Rotten Tomatoes. Yes, I can make references too, Donald.
Well, right now, all I'm going to reference is that these men are laying it all on the line. They are doing whatever it takes to be the CWF champion, the CWF belt, the most precious prize in the Florida Panhandle. Jay Villa could just be a moment away from having it around his waist, pushing Orion into the ropes, but Orion answering with a super kick. A super kick now onto Orion, who's staggering behind Jay Villa. Up and over, Rivera goes into Jay Villa, going for a pin.
He almost screwed himself there with that maneuver.
And a kick from Orion ends it. And now, throwing him into the ropes.
Pop up into Jay Villa.
Jay Villa answers the bomb.
Boom.
Blinding lights on a Jay Villa.
Ball
And it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner and still CWF champion, the Vision, Orion.
The Vision Orion has successfully defended his title for the first time against not one, but two very hungry competitors.
Making a statement.
In those two hungry competitors in Cruz Rivera and Jay Villa. Jay Villa and Cruz Rivera showing what they are made of at the Dark Arts Gym. They gave everything to try to win the CWF Championship.
But you
from
got
Orion.
to remember, laying in wait is a very hungry Casey Navarro.
Casey Navarro has picked up the victory, and
And Orion's picking up a chair.
Orion grabbing the chair, and Well, what's he going to do with that? And a steel chair onto the back of Rivera and into the frame. But now, Flow Hawk back in this. Attacking the Vision Orion. The Flow Hawk wanting revenge for what Orion did by interfering in his matchup. And now,
Here comes
Casey Navarro. Casey Navarro coming to the aid of the Flow Hawk. Casey Navarro, who now has a shot against the Vision Orion, and now our
Dirk
tag team
Johnson and
champions are coming out. They're attacking Navarro and Marshall, or excuse me, Nathan Sims and Rob Ocho.
Here comes the Enterprise.
Attacking. The Enterprise now making their presence known. Marshall Briggs on the outside. Nathan Sims and Rob Ocho clearing house.
Ellie wants to get in the face of the Marshal. Looks like.
And a super kick onto Nathan Sims. A super kick onto Rob Ocho. Being delivered by the CWF champion, who is not getting on Marshall Briggs' good side.
Took out the same Enterprise that brought him here.
Up and over he goes. Flowhawk getting a measure of revenge on Orion.
All kinds of chaos going on here. I'm not even sure what's happening.
What is happening is that the stalwarts,
we have
the seasoned competitors, the CWF, and Casey Navarro are standing in the ring.
Looks like an impasse. We got the Dark Arch crew, the Enterprise, Casey Navarro, and the Flowhawk.
The Flowhawk holding onto the belt that he lost to the Vision Orion, holding it up as just a promise that one day this will be mine again. Saying, here you go, it's yours for right now.
Now we see them standing in the ring with the Enterprise. Could things be welding? Could wounds be melting with the Enterprise and the Flowhawk?
Well, nothing heals a wound quite like a common enemy.
Casey Navarro trying to make sense of this whole thing. Orion looking to bite the hand that fed him.
Well, Rob Ocho, Nathan Sims, Casey Navarro, and our former champion, Flowhawk Justin Flow, standing in the ring.
A lot to unpack in this sequence right here.
A lot to unpack. Unfortunately, we do not have time to unpack it here at CWF